going north.
No, kill Nara.
Base side. 3, 2, 1.
I'm not gonna rush the stroke so she can get a sensual seduction. Sensual seduction.
Okay, noobs, what is up? First assault build I want to cover is the Roma. Probably one of the most common you will see when doing a serious build. It's a 157, fairly tanky. Just a quick note, I pick up shield strength and tank instead of Aegis armor because in my opinion the shield is better. Roaming is pretty simple. It is by far the easiest and self-explanatory class to play in AVA. You run around and you shoot medics and stuff, pretty much. Like, you don't get much simpler than that. Playing a roamer, if you're asked to roam, you follow the penguin target and you shoot stuff. I mean, I'm just running around killing stuff here because the team we're playing didn't have the best push on this. But what I want to talk about is the two different firing modes the assault has when he or she is roaming. First one being left click roam, which you've already seen me do. You can run around and hold left click. It is fairly ideal for shooting penguin targets for some people. Some people prefer to left click when they roam because they're a bit more old school and they find it easier. Personally, I prefer to stand and right click because I find it easier to track and I can see what's going on around me. Like here, I'll stand and right click hitting Nushinator-ish. I don't know what he was doing, but I prefer to stand and right click. It's easy to track and it does more damage, strength, and it uses less power, so you can shoot for longer, which is kind of funny really when you think about it. I mean, that was me right clicking Poo Flame. I'm about to start left clicking and this is like a real roamer clip here. Medics are in the room, I'm all over Nushinator, me and Arse Cracker. Smash boost him into the corner and kill Poo Flame. Nushinator's nearly down, Solstice is nearly down. Chase Robos as well. Do not let Robos set up. If you ever see a Robo setting up, you call him out and you drop his turret regardless of where it is. All turrets are lethal unless it's facing a wall, and if you die to that then you should fuck off back to RuneScape. One of the biggest problems you're going to have as a roamer is power management and movement. Like, you see as a medic flies towards me, I try to step back into the side so it makes tracking easier. You have to make your movement work for you when you're trying to track with left click roaming, because it's going to be difficult if you get tunnel vision and you're just trying to track whilst holding W. So that's about it for the roamer. There isn't much else to say, you just run around and shoot stuff. Next one I want to talk about is the point tank, or the knockback tank as I like to call it. This is going to be a full game. This is on a lab where tanks can actually really change it for the attacking team, because you take away the DPS coming from the enemy team. Right, this is my spec, 274. Some people like to get both passes in balance, but I don't. I like the extra power. I like being able to right click for longer. Standard tank tree, all the tanky stuff, and I pick up shield strength again because it gives me a 16-second shield and it's got a lot of HP. In the destroy tree, pick up the 3 guns and heavy impact. This means your hellet knockback will knock back people into next week if they are not a tank, as you will see in this video. This isn't as tanky as going like 6-7 or 5-8, but it's still fairly tanky, so you still have to be on the ball with juking and whatnot, but you need to use this and facilitate your team. This isn't just about holding the point with this spec, and you're going to see why in the video. As a point tank in general, you will usually be the one doing the nuking or transporting some kind of tech, be it an amp gen or a plat sometimes. You know, just getting the nuke down because you're tankiest, you won't die. I put the nuke on the west side so we can stand quite close on the east, and I get quite a few people on me here. I should really be straight on the point, but I thought I had a conk nade, so I have to wait for that to go off, so I don't get fire. First thing I'm looking to do is hit the first penguin target. get him out the way. I mean, I'm hitting Yami. Joshua gets called out here, and I think me and Neo are knocking him back, and he is just getting pummeled. He can't fly towards us. He goes down. Nah, I'm going straight for the point tank because it's going to cause more pressure on the medics, because now I'm going to have Neo, Arse and Eliane. They're all going to be hitting the penguin target, and I'm going to be hitting the point tank. So the medics, you know, there's only 2 healing medics left in the room after Yami went down, so it forced them to cross heal and spread. We've got this point easy. As far as I know, the beacon died, their beacon that is, so I'm going to run back and get a nuke for the next point. What's funny about, you see that rocket turret locking onto me, that stays there for nothing time match. It occurred to me when I was watching this through, planning what I was going to say, which is quite funny. Something you have to do as a point tank as well is really just remember to stay on the point. I struggle to do it because I like to, not as much as I like to, but I'm just used to trying to get shit around the wings, like pick off the beacon, make sure rebels are setting up, get them medics that were fucked off out of the room. So the beacon goes down again. It's biased to the south side, so we can stand just outside the north. I mean, really the nuke should only just touch just outside the shield. I tell everyone to wait here, wait and let them go in through the door and cluster, which they do. I call for a nade stab, but we don't really get one, and Neo doesn't get any heals. I throw another hit to Yargo on the head. And here they get split up, so I try and keep Destinator and Cellstice out of the room, and it works, because Destinator gets in, but what to do, because he's just an idiot. He stood there and shot me for some unknown reason, but they lost a medic because of that. I did go to get back in the room here, but I see the beacon. If I was a Roman, I would have chased him and made sure he died, but never mind. So I'm back in the room, going to give Destinator a quick rinse, who is either getting some hench packet loss or speed hacking his face off there. Straight back in the room. I need to get another nuke here. I could have suicided, but I've built up like 60 boost, and it's kind of difficult to come by. As a normal tank, you pack in an I-mini and you'd be debuffing that PT, but since they've only got 1 robo, I didn't feel the need. Or I think they had 2 robos actually, but no offense to Focus, they were shit, so I didn't really bother. When you watch this, you're going to hear the game cut out because we're talking strategy, so you won't hear anything, and it will come back in the next video. See that rocket turret? It's still there. What is that? I'm going to pick up a nuke again, and we're going to nuke third point shields on this lab are probably the most overpowered shields when people are spamming tech. Some of the maps are more overpowered for the recons because there's nothing more than having a nice shield to snipe through and knowing you just have to jump through it to get away. But what we're doing right now is a bit of pissing about, and we're waiting for people to get together. Another thing about the Hellet minigun, or the Commonwealth, which are exactly the same thing by the way, just different names and they drop from different locations. It's more accurate than the Inferno cannon. Not to the point where it's more accurate over range, but the spread, the automatic spread that comes from all the guns in the game is a lot less than the Inferno cannon. So people like the extra damage and go 607 with a Hellet mini, but I think because you hit more often it's not necessary. Again, I'm putting the nuke down partial to the west side. I'm going to put it in here. I know, just through experience, I know it would just touch that, where are we? The east side of the room, so it'll be fine. They get a bit split up here. I mean, Gapasha comes out on his own. I'm not quite sure what he was doing. I called out the Plat. The Plat would have come out this way, and you see a beautiful nade stack here. Conk goes in, Lion Sentry goes in. They get a Plat up here. I should have got to the front a bit quicker, but it's all good anyway. This goes down, and I'm smash boosting. On this map, as a tank, you need to control this doorway. You cannot let them put tech there, which was kind of bad on my part, but we got our shit in anyway. It wasn't too bad. I'm going to quickly fuck off Nate, because he's scorping our Vindy and he needed to go. Our Plat's up, so now I'm looking to push people off point and into that platform. I mean, in goes Nagon and Cellstice is in. I just shoved him straight down the side of that. Problem is now our whole team's hugging that door and we're letting them set up in the room. But there's some complications with the Plats here, and it gets picked up. It goes straight back up, which is no problem. They bring a Vindy. Now their spawn is to the northwest of it, which is just off to my left, and when it shoots, I tell the medics stay on the north wall. That's the north wall with the window there. If they stay on that wall, there's no way the Vindy can hit them without coming into the room. This is a different Vindy to the one I saw. They had 2, but you always tell medics to get below or against the wall near the Vindy to avoid the fire. Didn't really carry as a point 10 that game, but I kept them off the point like a champ. The next clip I'm going to show is this. You have to be pretty. This isn't a pick up and play style of play, not by a long shot. You really have had to play recon and assault and done AVA and be able to read the game to be able to do this well. This is playing as a recon as assault, so hunting the beacon and keeping their recons down. As soon as this clip starts, I'm diving straight on Kairu. That's their beacon down on third point. It is a good 20 seconds flight time, if not more. This map is one of the maps you do not see won or lost on second point very often. So what happens here is I'm just looking, he's a tank, so I'm going to stop. Sentinel is a Roma squishy one with some questionable aim, but mine's there. I land here, you can't hear it, but I hear recon shooting. I need to deal with them because it's Nate and Bandit back. They're not amazing recons, but if left to free snipe, they will drop stuff. So Nate just gets pinned against the wall. He hasn't got a fucking clue what to do. And Bandit's trying to get below me to juke, but he can't because I'm just knocking him back, and he's all done. That's both recons down and their beacon in pretty short succession. Same again. This is a little bit later on, looking for the beacon, looking to damage it and then conk it to kill it. Didn't happen, but Kairu just not a chance. He's all done. Short, small fight going on here. Bandit bats here. I'm just going to push him straight off the box. He tries to get to the med crate. I don't think so. Knockback owns him again. Knockback, and the reason I'm knockback here is because it dominates recons. Recons just can't deal with a knockback roamer. Because like they can't snipe whilst that shit's hitting them in the face, which is kind of funny. Drop envoy, and then Nate kills me from above. Nate drops me there, which is fair dues. I come straight out after respawning, and I think I see their beacon and Kairu, I think. Let me see. Yeah, see, there's no point me going for the beacon there and letting envoy get in the room. If I can stop him getting in the room, that's probably a bonus. I mean, he's just respawned. I mean, he hasn't been in the room since I killed him over on the box to my right there. This is a nice little fight here. I don't know where Nate is at this stage. He's around somewhere, but I need to get this med crate down instantly. I'm lucky because Nate derps around a bit. He's actually, I don't know what he did there. He bounced on my head, so he couldn't. I mean, he got a couple of slaps on me there. I'm going to juke him a bit, go over the top. He'll come in the room, doesn't know where I am. I should have got behind him and tried to hit him into the room and use the shield there, but I think he drops all the same. Yeah, it was some fucking awful aim. Get rid of this PT. They always kill turrets. Doesn't matter where they are, just get rid of them. I think this is. Oh, I found Kairu here. After I kill him here, I don't know. There's like 5 minutes. I just haven't got a clue where he is because he puts the beacon up stack. So, and that's him dead again. We get control of the roof here. Now this is real nice. This is a great example of a decent nade stat. Not the best nade stat, but a decent nade stat that throws them off guard. They did this to us yesterday, where they like to rally on this roof. Where is it? Where the hell are we? Come on, fade out. There we go. Opposite us. And we're all rallied here. And what I said the other day was to drop in the room and nade stat the door which is coming through. And they do that, but Bandit or Nate or somebody must realise that's what's going to happen, and they don't rally on it properly. So I call us to drop in, nade stack. A medic dies instantly and there's a recon there. I shoot Bandit a bit because not much happens after that really. I fought about for a good 2 minutes looking for the goddamn beacon and kill some people in the room, and I find it. I drop the beacon, this is just down here, and that's the game won for us pretty much. Okay, so that is the end of the assault video. I know it just kind of ended, but I didn't want to go over 15 minutes because it actually is, looking at the time. What I want to know is if anybody's got any questions about recon in AVA, because the next video is going to be about that. So if you post your comments and questions in the comments section, I'll try and answer them in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.